Have you ever had a customer, maybe you're sharpening for them and the stone fell out of their screw, or maybe you either bought a new pair, or for whatever reason you've got to replace this stone. Maybe the shears came to you in two different parts and they said, what do you do? Before I was just like, oh, too bad, let's buy a new shear or find something else for you. We just started carrying these little parts with different colors, all sorts of assorted things, something that'll cheer anybody's heart. And I just kind of want to show you how to put these in and how to switch them out, and how to, if you got a pair of shears with it gone, how you're going to replace the whole thing. So how do you know if you've got the right type of shear that you can change the screw out on? So first of all, we can eliminate this one because this has what I call an external clicker plate. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, it sits on top, and that's not, there's no way that would go into here. See, and also the post goes up to the center. We know this one is not a candidate for a new screw. Any of them that have what I call a leaf type clicker plate, like this, Jazzy, and also it comes through the center, is not a candidate. Now these two would be candidates. And let's see, I know it'll fit this one, but let's check on this one. I'm not sure. What you want to do is take the screw out, keep your finger underneath it. You see how this popped out? We can keep the clicker plate that's in here. You can use this on another scissor. You can keep the washer. You're just going to take this section out. If this size on here measures, it's like 8 millimeters, that's what came off of here. The screws that we have here, see, are 8 millimeters. Be careful you don't drop them. Where did it go? So I turned off the video for the last 15 minutes trying to find the stupid screw I dropped, and I can't find it. The moral of the story is make sure you do it over a table, which I'm doing, but you know, just watch where you are. So I'm getting another screw set out here so I can show you what's going on. And if those measurements are correct, you should be able to just leave the clicker plate, as I call it, inside the screw, the one that came with it, and just screw the replacement screw on. And you see that totally changed the look of that shear. Make sure you adjust it correctly. Now I've got it too tight, a little bit looser. But that's completely different look here. Now, let's say you want to completely change all the parts on the shear. Maybe you've got one someone gave you that is, let me get this open. Sometimes you might need little pliers to turn these. I love these. You can tell they've been well loved, well used. Just something to grab it if you can't get it with your fingers. And so I'm going to take this totally apart. Washer out everything. And if I was reassembling it, someone gave me a pair of shears like this, just totally empty. But if you're just changing out the screw, personally, I would leave the parts that are in there and just change out the head. And you can leave those other ones maybe for another shear or cannibalize it for a shear. But you put this in here, take that finger, hold it there into place. You saw the washer, how I put the washer on that stem, put it in the hole, hold that into place. And once again, the square peg, see it's square, goes in the round hole. I know I repeat myself on that a lot, but even with me repeating it, people still have problems with it. And you see how I have to work to get that in there, because that's square. I want to fit that on the square. So I'm working this in here. Now, this is the new part. Sometimes tweezers will help get it in position. And the new screw, oops, this one here. Oh, let's go ahead and put this one, because they're all interchangeable. Rather than take this screw off, I'll put this one on just to show, because these are all can be changed around. And Sometimes turning backwards a little bit when you're trying to get something into place so you don't cross thread it. And these sometimes are temperamental. And I got that in there. Once again, check the adjustment. And that's how you put these screws and switch them out in your shears. On our shears, the Willow, the Rose, the International, Chameleons, many of our shears, you can switch these out, but not all of them. And it's the ones that, what you're looking for, the ones that are raised up and the ones that do not have a leaf style clicker on them. And those are the ones you can't do, the ones that are flat. But the ones that have a little raise to them, you can switch them out. If you like some of the things we share on our channel, whether it's products or it's how-to or just all things that sharpeners need to know, please subscribe. And I hope to see you at the Sharpeners Jam. Come and share your new ideas there. You might win a prize.